Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today's flow is going to be a very gentle flow for a healthy spine. Now in yoga we have 5 movements that the spine can do. So we have flexion, which is when we forward fold and like round our back. We have extension, when we come into back bend and extend that front side of our body. We have our lateral stretches, so like our side bends from side to side. Our spine can rotate, of course, from left to right as well. And then the 5th one is axial extension. So that's when in yoga we lengthen our spine. So for example, when we stand in our mountain pose, we reach up through the crown of the head. So if you can imagine your vertebrae kind of separating and lengthening. So we're going to be moving through those 5 movements in today's yoga flow. But for now, we're going to start in child's pose. So a nice flexion of the spine. So bringing the big toes together. And however you prefer to take your child's pose, you can take knees a bit wider if you wish, or narrow. You can rest your forehead onto your hands or directly onto the mat. And just take a pause here just to kind of settle in. When you're ready, take a nice big breath in through the nose. A moment to sigh out, to land and arrive on the mat. Dedicating these next few minutes of your day to your yoga practice and to your spine. So just starting to notice how the body feels today, predominantly the spine. Watching as the breath flows up and down the length of the spine in this shape. Lovely, then starting to deepen the breath. Starting to really feel the rib cage expand in every direction. And notice as you inhale, that kind of lifts your spine. And as you exhale, feeling that descent, that almost like collapse almost. Lovely. And then slowly walking your hands back towards you. You're going to come to a kneeling position. Now, if this isn't comfortable, you can totally sit in some other way. Otherwise, relax the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to reach your right hand into the sky. And then grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. Lovely. Take a big breath in, lengthen, axial extension. And then as you exhale, pull yourself over to the left. So it's like your left hand is adjusting you. See how that opens up the ribs. Also kind of opens up through your side as well. So kind of getting that lateral extension of the spine too. Good. As you inhale, come back through center. Flip your grip, so you grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand now, and then pull yourself over to the opposite side. Breathing into that side. Relax through your jaw. Good. As you inhale, come back through center. This time, interlace your fingers behind you. Squeeze your palms together, lifting the heart. Lifting the chin up to the sky as well. So the neck is obviously also a part of our spine as well. And often this can get like kind of squashed and neglected, particularly when you look down at your phone, if you look down at your laptop, even reading, like even nice things like reading, we can like crunch into the neck. So lift the chin and find that extension through the neck as well. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Might find you get quite a deep arch in your lower back. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your knees, chin to chest and round. So coming into flexion. So kind of lean into the back. Head is heavy, should feel like a nice counter pose. Draw the belly in. Good. As you inhale, come to a neutral spine and then bring your hands out in front into an all fours position. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to take some big barrel rolls with the chest. So let's go in, well, I'm going in an anti-clockwise position. See if you can really like bend into the elbows, dropping the chest down. Good. And then winding it out to the opposite way. See how it kind of loosens up through your lower back. You might feel it into the sides. Lovely. Taking one more big circle here. Don't worry about what it looks like. Good. Come into a neutral place. Take a breath in, lengthen through the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, look all the way to your right hip and coax your right hip towards your right shoulder. Good. Inhale through center. Look all the way to your left hip to left shoulder. Good. Inhale to a neutral place. And then let's come through cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, swaying the heart forwards. And as you exhale, round it on out, let the head drop down. Good, take a few rounds of this in your own time. Using the breath to like ride the wave of the spine. Lovely. And then start to introduce some irregular movements. So whatever feels good. Maybe you want to make some circles with your hips. Maybe it's a shift forwards into a back bend or back into a more forward bend. See if you can get your vertebrae moving in every different way that they can be moved. Now this is like hydrating your spine. We have these little spongy discs in between each vertebrae. And when we're stagnant, when we're sat still or maybe even asleep in bed, those spongy discs get stagnant fluid in them. So you can think about them as little sponges that through movements like this, you're squeezing out the old fluid to draw in new fluid. So it's like energizing the spine or refreshing the spine. I like to think of it as like moving like water to like encourage more water within the spine, like you're hydrating it almost. Lovely. So whatever feels good here, it might be all about the neck for you today, it might be all about the hips and the shoulders. Good. From here, tucking the toes, we're going to lift up into a downward facing dog. So spread those fingers nice and wide, sending those sit bones back and up. Now, priority one always in downward facing dog is a nice long straight spine. So see if you can twerk your hips to the sky, lengthen the lower back. Maybe we keep the knees a little soft here. Take a little nod out of the head, maybe turn it from left to right, left to right. Lovely. And then from here, walking the hands back towards the feet and just take a nice heavy, easy forward fold. So head is heavy. Soften the knees, so make it more about your spine than your hamstrings. And whatever feels good for your arms here. So you can leave your arms dangling or you can cross them over. And just for your vertebrae, really begin to separate. So any tension from your spine is just like dripping out the top of the head and away. Lovely. Bringing the fingertips down towards the mat, soften the knees, and then slowly, slowly begin to pick yourself up one little vertebrae at a time. Good. As you inhale, sweep your hands high overhead. And as you exhale, cactus out the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the heart, feel that nice opening and slight back bend in the top part of your spine. Good. From here, bring your hands to your lower back, squeeze the elbows together, lift the heart. And as you exhale, pushing the hips forwards, coming into a standing camel. Good. Inhale, come back through center. And as you exhale, slide the hands down the thighs, all the way down the legs. Take that nice easy forward fold. Head is heavy. Good. As you inhale, hands press to shins, lengthen, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Good. As you exhale, fold. Head heavy. Two more like this. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Find a little L shape with the body. And as you exhale, fold. Good, inhale, lengthen. Maybe the weight shifts into the toes slightly. And as you exhale, fold. Good, as you inhale, bend into the knees, rise all the way up, reach into the sky. Good, as you exhale, bring hands down through heart center. Let's take some little side stretches here. So you're going to step your right foot behind, stay on your right tiptoes, reach the hands up and overhead, and then you're going to grab a hold of your right wrist and pull yourself to the left. Good, so you're getting a nice big stretch all the way down that right hand side. Good, inhale, come up through center. Bring your right foot back underneath your right hip. Left foot steps behind, stay on the toes, and then flip your grip. So you grab a hold of that left wrist, big breath, and then pull yourself over. So pushing your hips over to the side. Good, keep the core lightly engaged. Lovely. As you inhale, come back through center, hands down by the sides. Awesome. Bring your feet a bit wider than hip width, your yogi squat distance, reaching the hands up and overhead. And as you exhale, come down, take a seat into your yogi squat. Feel that lovely opening through the lower back. So from here, you want the tailbone reaching down and the crown of the head reaching up. So we've got that axial extension, that lengthening through the spine. Take a lovely big breath. And as you exhale, bring those hands out in front. And we're going to straighten out your left leg. And your right foot is going to come somewhere down that inner leg. Good. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, fold, coming into flexion. So head is nice and relaxed. Maybe there's a slight rounding of the upper back. Don't worry too much about that. Lovely. Inhale, reaching the hands high. And as you exhale, you're going to twist into your bent knee. So maybe your left hand comes across, coming into rotation. So looking over that right shoulder. Good. Inhale, reaching the hands high. And then twisting over to the opposite side. So twist towards your straightened leg, looking over your left shoulder. Good. As you inhale, come back through center. Let's do the same on the opposite side. So right leg extends. Bring your left foot in. Big breath, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, fold on forwards. Relax the back of the neck. This is nice for opening up through your lower back as well as that hamstring that is obviously getting a stretch too. Allowing the breath to flow freely. And just notice if you're straining or striving too much. See if you can back off a little bit and just make it a little bit more gentle. Good. As you inhale, reaching the hands high overhead. And then twisting into the bent leg. Maybe the hand can come across and grab for the thigh or the knee. Look all the way behind you, getting a little rotation through the neck as well. Lovely. Inhale, reaching the hands high. And as you exhale, twisting over to the opposite side, look all the way behind you. Good. Inhale, coming back through center. Lengthen out both legs, give them a little shake if they need. Cool. From here, we're going to roll down onto our back. So bring your feet flat on the earth, arms parallel with the floor, and then slowly come on down. So a little bit of core work. So a nice strong core is always going to support your spine. And make sure your spine stays nice and healthy. Lovely. Bringing the feet flat on the mat, make sure you can brush your heel with your middle finger. We're going to come into one back bend. So as you inhale, press into hands, press into feet, lift the bum, lift the chest. Maybe stay here. Or maybe interlace the fingers. Can you squeeze your shoulder blades together? Nice. So you're really kind of opening your front side to strengthen the back side. Dig down through your heels. Take a lovely big breath in. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly come on down. Nice. Well done. Relax your shoulders onto the mat. Maybe your hands can come out in a cactus shape. And let your knees drop to the right. Good, inhale. And let them drop to the left. Good, inhale, come back through center. And then bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Good, from here we're going to go for a happy baby. So for some of us, we grab the back of our thighs, the feet shine up to the sky. Maybe you can grab a bit higher up the leg. Maybe you can even grab your feet. Just keep your head and shoulders nice and relaxed. And see if you can keep your lower back / upper bum cheek on the mat. So your tailbone is lengthening forwards. And maybe there's a little rock from side to side. Should feel really nice release on your lower back and your hips. Good. And then releasing whatever you've got a hold of, so whether that's the legs or the feet. And then either coming to a comfortable position to take a shavasana or coming to a comfortable seat to take a few moments of stillness. So you can stay on your back and rest here and just wait for the video to end. Or if you're in your seated position, inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, relax the jaw, the shoulders. As you inhale, can you pull up through the crown of the head? And as you exhale, can you soften into the posture, really feeling your sit bones and the base of your spine connect with the earth. Watching that flow of energy up and down the length of the spine. Noticing how you feel now. Bringing the hands together at heart center. Bow the head to the heart and really thank yourself for carving out this time to look after your spine today. And also give yourself some time to really be in the present moment. Really good for the mind. Blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for sharing your yoga practice with me today. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you give it a little thumbs up. If you'd like to see more slower ones like this, please let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment at the moment and I write a list of all the suggestions that come up. So I will see you on the next one. Bye.